The 2025-2026 transfer window has ended, and yet Manchester United didn't get a midfielder, which I think is one of the most important plays for us to actually fix. If you remember, from seasons past, I even made a video that even from Ferguson, before Ferguson remembered, I remember clearly that United had always had issues in the midfield, which Ferguson didn't actually solve till he retired. Yes, he won the league in 2013 when he retired, but the midfield was very porous. The likes of Cleverley was playing in the midfield. The likes of Phil Jones, was playing in the midfield. The likes of, Carrick was already getting old as at that time. In fact, Rooney was dropping to the midfield. In fact, if you remember very vividly, Ryan Giggs was also dropped to the midfield. The best pairing we've had of midfielders since Ferguson, till his twilight years, till probably now that we've had, is the one we had under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in 2020, where we had Paul Pogba, Matic, and Bruno Fernandes. Right now, we don't really have central good midfielders. Bruno Fernandes is good, don't get me wrong, and I think Casemiro is not given enough credit for what he's done so far this season, but we need more legs in that midfield. I mean, Kobe Menu said he wanted to go on loan. I would have loaned him because I've been saying it that Kobe Menu needs somewhere that he needs to develop. He needs somewhere that he can actually start afresh, somewhere that, without the pressure of Manchester United, and he can play because we know how good he is. Because at United, no space for him, and even if there's space, it's not really. It's like the pressure. It's too much on, especially a young player. The pressure at United is too much. The pairing of Bruno and Casemiro in midfield has not really helped. I mean, yes, in the first half of games, we've really dominated, especially in the early minutes. Let's say first 20 minutes, first 10, 15, 20 minutes thereabouts. Especially if you look at the game against Fulham, we dominated. Even against Arsenal, the midfield was very good because they were still fresh. They string passes, they move the balls, but towards the end of the game, especially towards the end of first half to the second half, even against Burnley, you see that midfield gets stretched. That's why you need a younger midfielder. You need a midfielder that can move the ball well, that can carry the ball well, that can, make tackles for 90 minutes. And Casemiro cannot give you that. Casemiro can give you probably 15 minutes of decent game, but he cannot do that for the whole of 90 minutes. And yes, I would have preferred a midfield of Menu, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes just playing, at their front. That would mean one of Mount, Sesko, or Cunha would have to go on the bench, or even in Belmo.